Sagittarius, welcome back to Neptune-Fish Tarot. My name is Alicia. I'm going to be doing your reading for the first week of November. So around between the 1st and the 7th of November, 2021. So stick around to the end of the reading, Sagittarius, because I'm actually going to be reading out of the some of the advice out of the Oracle book. And first we're going to go through the tarot. So on the main deck, we had the overall energy at the bottom of the deck as the Emperor. And it very interestingly, Sag, on the bottom of the clarifying deck, we had the Empress. So we do have this divine pair, right? This masculine and feminine energy, which I like for you, Sagittarius. So let's kind of get into the reading and see what we have going on here. So 10 of emotions into the Hierophant. We had the 6 of emotions into the Devil. 5 of inspiration, which are wands, into the Star. Okay, so we do see, as we are now, very much into Scorpio season, Sagittarius, which is your solar 12th house. We do see you in this place of healing. And so I would say this, let's start with this 10 of emotions, right? So we all know the 10 of emotions. It's like the ultimate wish fulfillment. This is like where we feel very cared for. We feel very filled up emotionally. We're overjoyed. We're happy. Things are working out for us. We are in a really, really good, solid space. And so I would ask you at the start of November, Sagittarius, can you identify what would that look like for you? Like, what would life look like if you were to be in a 10 of emotions? And maybe you are. Maybe you are one of those really, really fortunate people who find yourself already in this space, right? Where you're in supportive relationships and you have, a job or a career that really fulfills you and gives you meaning and purpose. And maybe you live in an environment that's exactly what you've always wanted. And maybe you have really good relationships within your family and within your friends. Maybe you have support, professionally and otherwise, right? Maybe you have a 10 of emotions, but if you don't, Sag, I think that the cards are really saying, let's go ahead and let's define what does that mean for you. Because look at what we had come out underneath this thing. We had a lot of cards come out in your reading, and I took every single one of them that came out. We have the 10 of Cups, clarifying the 10 of Cups, which means that when we are going into this first week of November, this is foremost what the universe has for you, Sag. This is what the question is. What is going to bring you into an emotionally fulfilling place? And are you willing to 6 of Swords and King of Swords, right? To really make some executive decisions, some equally mental, cognitive decisions to bring you into that emotionally fulfilled place. Some mature decisions to make changes, right? To move away, 6 of Swords, from anything that does not bring you into a 10 of Cups space. So think about all of your whole life, your whole scenarios. And of course, we all have something or another that we would like to improve upon. I don't really know anybody who doesn't. I think if you have a heartbeat, you have an idea about something else that you would like to experience. But I think it's going to be important, especially in the season that we're in, Sag, for you to identify those things. And so, 10 of emotions into the Hierophant. So, these are the structures. These are the structures all around us, whether it's the institution of marriage, whether it's the church we go to, whether it's the corporation we work for, whether it's our parents, right? Anybody who has an influence externally to you, and this includes your relationship with spirit, to your God or to your religion, whatever resonates in your situation. Are those institutions, are those long-term partnerships that you have in your life, no matter what area of life they belong to, are they fulfilling you? Are they resonating with you? Are they helping you to grow and to mature into higher versions of yourself? Are they supporting you? Are they something that you need to let go of? And that's what we're doing here in Scorpio season. Scorpio as a sign in your 12th house, in your solar 12th house, is about all those things that often are just beneath the surface. Sometimes they're hidden from us, but they're definitely things that we want to let go of so that we can complete a cycle and we can come around back into our solar first house Sag. Once you get into Sagittarius season next month, right, you can get into a place of stability and renewal. And so part of the process is going back into the Six of Emotion to reminisce, go back to an earlier time of life, when you had an idea about, what you thought you wanted your life to be like. Sorry, Sag, I had to go get the door. So Six of Emotions, right? This is about reminiscing back. This is about thinking back about an earlier time in life where you were in a harmonious place. And maybe you weren't in a harmonious place as a child. That may very well be. Then the universe would then be asking you to go back to that place, to that earlier time in life. Go back to when I can identify that original pain, that original pattern, wherever it began, at whatever age. Maybe there was a trauma, right, that occurred when you were a little kid or something like that. And that has become this like nuisance, this like repeating pattern that's kind of kept you stuck with this devil energy, right, attached to patterns and things in your life that no longer serve you, that are becoming so painfully obvious to you, right? That need to be released. And these can be just simple, like habitual patterns that we, it's like very obvious, right? They're not really things that are hidden to you though, right? They would be things that you are aware of. They've come into your awareness at this point. I guess they could also be things, though, that maybe you just haven't given enough thought to. Maybe these old patterns, these old wounds, these old traumas are things that you forgot about. But either way, it's definitely worth your time to, especially right now when the veil is so thin. I'm recording this on Halloween. We're going into November 1st. I mean, we have access to energy like at this time of the year like no other, right? Like this is the time when we do a deep dive, when we get to the root of the things that are keeping us chained in this devil card. And it can be, it can be up to and including addictions, right? It can be overspending, overeating, substance abuse, toxic partnerships, right? It can be all of those things, and more. And more. And so let's keep going. We see you in this Five of Inspiration. Now, this is the Wands in this deck. It's called Inspiration, right? You're conflicted. You're conflicted about this. And so in the final card, we see the Star with healing. So let me go back. Okay, now let's go with all the clarifiers, because I just kind of went across the top and I didn't really talk about all this clarifying stuff. We have a lot of repeating cards here, right? We've got the Ten of Cups twice, right? And then we've got the Five of Wands twice. Let's see, what else do we have? The Six of Cups. We've got the Six of Emotions, Six of Cups twice. What do we have here? The Hierophant, the Fountain, the Three of Swords, the Page of Wands, Death, Sun, and the Ace of Cups. Okay. Well, again, this is kind of a really telling read here, because we see you conflicted, right? We see you fighting yourself, though, with this Five of Wands, and the Six of Cups and this Two of Coins. This is a choice. This is really, you're coming to this place where you have got to make a decision about staying stuck in these old repeating patterns, the Six of Cups. And again, with this underneath the Six of Cups here, you've got the Fountain, which in this deck, which is the Fountain Tarot, okay? There it is, the Fountain Tarot. They have this extra major arcana card. It's card 23, the Fountain. And basically, it's just about you being with yourself, not doing anything, not taking any action, not trying to think through the problem, not trying to, right, like, not trying to get around the problem, not trying to do anything, but it's simply just sitting and being with yourself, right? In a very quiet space. And in this pairing with the Hierophant, here this is spirit, right? This is you linking up with your own spiritual guidance, which is within you, not outside of you, not going, right? This is you opening up that box and stepping inside, right? This is not going to a tarot reading like this for the answer. This is not yes, certainly go to a therapist or go to a guide or go to a spiritual person if you have one in your life for guidance. But ultimately, the answers that you need, Sag, all lie within you. And really all that means is you just quieting your mind. Because here we have it. It's the devil. It's that attachment to that Three of Swords, to that old story, to that initial heartbreak, the one that goes back. And it goes back deep, deep, deep into our childhood usually. It's that initial wounding. And it's a pattern that you've been trying to overcome, right? You've been trying to go outside of yourself to make it just go away, right? Like you would do anything to sedate it, to avoid it, to push it away, to fill that voided heart space with something else, right? But nothing ever works. Nothing ever works. And you find yourself being defeated by this pattern over and over and over again. And we all have it. It's just being really highlighted for you, Sag, because of your placements, because of Scorpio, where it is in your chart. That's why this is coming up this month, right? And then the conflict that you're having with this 5 is the conflict between taking this new opportunity and letting go of the old. It's about really just allowing the death of this old wounding, the death of this old pattern. Like once you are certain as to what it is, are you willing to take action to let that thing go? And you're conflicted about it because it's scary. Like facing that old pattern, it's hard. Think of all the addictions that we have, right? Sex and gambling and eating and substances and all of the dopamine hits that we allow to like overcome us, right? All the hours that we spend sedating ourselves on, watching TV and on social media and seeking after validation from people and trying to people please, and just on and on and on it goes. And it affects all of us. It affects every one of us. But we see this as a really golden opportunity for the star, for this healing. And what's at stake is your joy. It's your happiness. It's an opportunity that the universe is gifting to you right now, Sag. The gift on offer is a brand new Ace of Cups. It's like facing yourself for the very first time in this life and allowing the sun to shine down on you for the very first time. Will you receive it? Will you step in to that divine partnership, that divine feminine empress energy? You are the divine mother, the divine creator, that, we have that power inside of us, and pair it with this emperor, right? This divine masculine, taking creative control of your destiny, right? This is destiny we're talking about. Big energies, right? So we're 16 minutes in, so we're going to go ahead and get into the advice. And I'm going to start with the fairies. We got transformation, which is like the Tower card in tarot. The fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. And I would say yes. The reading is very clear, right? This is what is at stake. Is a newness, a renewal, a happiness and a joy unlike you've ever experienced in this lifetime. That's what's on offer here, to be very honest with you. And it is time to go. Card 45. There she is walking down the path, and the door is just a little ways further. If you will just choose to keep going, Sag, and embrace this offer, embrace this transformation, very few will accept it. Very few have the cojones to face themselves in the mirror. But I'm telling you that you're being divinely guided to do this. I'm telling you that your spiritual team is screaming through me in this reading that they totally got your back. Like, they're totally like cheering you on from behind the scenes. And they're just asking you to get quiet and to connect in. Connect in with spirit. You're going to find out for yourself if you're ready to accept the call. Going into the void, retreat, rest, and pause. And this is exactly what we're talking about here. That's the void. Just allow the emotion to come. Just allow it all to come up and to bubble up. Allow the memories, the old painful memories, to surface. Allow them to come up. Allow the pain to fill that void so that you can transmute it, right? So that spirit can come alongside you and show you what to do with that pain. And finally, we have this family card. Now, for some of us, our family is the source of our trauma, okay? And so there's a lot packed in to understanding this family card. Circles of life. It's about understanding the dynamics, right? The patterns. It's also about having forgiveness and mercy, understanding that people in our family, or people who are really in our inner circle, right? They're just as innocent as we are. They come into this life, and their life experiences that they go through inform their decision making. And so in that way, you know, they have those same attachments, right? It's just a different expression. But I am going to read card 40, is it 48? 49. I'm going to read card 49 from the book, The Archangel Metatron, Self-Mastery Oracle by Amanda Ellis. And we're going to get the advice from Archangel Metatron. Family, circles of life. Take a moment to think about those who love and support you in life. You're the product of not just those who birth and nurture you, but those who spend time with whom you regard as family. The core of this family should always be strong and able to change and adapt to every movement and flow within it. Think about spending time with those who have cared for you. The mother who nursed you, the father who watched you grow, the brother who played with you and fought by your side. Within this family, there will be issues, problems, and challenges, but there will also be times of great joy and celebration. Welcome them all as part of life's rich tapestry. Share the times of happiness and be there for times of heartbreak. If healing is required in your family, allow Archangel Metatron's energy to hold all safe, all solid for the highest outcome of all. Consider whom you are being invited to send healing thoughts or give your physical presence to right now. I want to go down a little bit further in this. Reach out to those you've argued with, those you've lost touch with, or those who you are estranged from, whether alive or past. I mean, that's not like a small ask, right? You are an eternal soul living in eternal time. It's never too late to mend bridges, mend what seems damaged beyond repair, and welcome the lost son home or the ailing parent back into the heart space. Within a circle of light, family is sacred, a group of souls who have been called together to learn and grow. Take time today to learn and grow and understand your family, the dynamics within it, the healing that may be needed, the thanks and gratitude that may need expressing, and the love and forgiveness that should be at the heart of your sacred circle. Kind of a big reading, Sag, I will admit. But you are the only sign so far that's gotten anything close to this type of message. So I hope that it helps somebody out there. If it did, please like or at least subscribe to the channel. I'll be back next week to see how the story evolves for you.